I will never forget that night. It was the night I heard a lion call my name, not with its roar, but inside my dream. When I woke, my mouth was dry, my hands were shaking, and the air outside my hut was too quiet. Even the crickets had stopped singing. My name is Obina. I grew up in a small village near the thick forest of Nsala. We were farmers and hunters. My father used to say, the bush feeds us, but it also hides what eats us. He was right. Our people feared only two things, the spirit of the night and the lion that ruled the lower forest. We called that lion Okongu, meaning the heavy one. It was not the biggest lion in the world, but it was bold. It walked near the farms and sometimes carried goats from people's huts. No one had killed it, not even the hunters from other villages. But what made Okongu different was not its size or strength. It was the stories that it could speak in dreams. The elders said if Okongu came into your dream, someone close to you would die soon. I never believed those stories. Until it happened to me. It started in the dry season, when the wind carried dust and the nights felt empty. I had gone hunting with 3 other men, my cousin Emeka, our friend Sunday, and an older hunter named Naokochukwu. We went deep into the forest, chasing the tracks of bush pigs. The sun went down before we reached the stream, so we decided to rest in a small clearing. We lit a fire and roasted the meat we caught. We talked and laughed. But later that night, while the others slept, I couldn't. The wind was blowing through the trees, making sounds like whispers. I closed my eyes. Then I saw it. A large lion, sitting by the fire. Its eyes were yellow like hot palm oil. Its mouth moved, but the voice I heard was not from its mouth, it came from inside my head. It said, Obina, stop hunting where you don't belong. I tried to speak but my tongue felt heavy. The lion's tail swung slowly, like a snake ready to strike. Then it said again, tell your cousin to leave this forest before the moon returns. When I opened my eyes, the fire was still burning. Everyone was asleep. But there were footprints, big ones, near where I lay. At dawn, I told the others what I saw. Emeka laughed. You dreamed too much, Obina. Maybe you ate too much meat. But the older hunter, Naokochukwu, didn't laugh. He stared at me for a long time, then said, did it speak your name? Yes, I said. He spat on the ground. Then someone will bleed. I didn't want to believe him. But that day, something strange happened. We saw vultures circling above the trees. When we went there, we found a dead goat, half eaten. Its neck was broken. We knew Okongu was near. We packed our things and headed home. On the way, Emeka kept teasing me. Maybe your lion wants to marry you, he said. I tried to laugh, but inside I felt cold. The words of the lion kept ringing in my head. Tell your cousin to leave this forest before the moon returns. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept hearing claws scratching the earth outside my hut. Then I dreamed again. This time, I was standing by the river. The water was still. The lion came again, walking out of the shadows. It said, you have not warned him. I said, I tried. He won't listen. The lion looked at me, and its eyes turned red. Then the ground would drink his blood, it said. I woke up screaming. My mother came in and prayed for me. The next day, I ran to Emeka's house and told him everything again. He shook his head. You worry too much. There's no lion that talks in dreams. That same evening, the men of the village gathered. Someone's cow had been killed near the yam field. The marks showed it was a lion. The elders said we must hunt it before it comes for a person. Naokochukwu warned, this lion is not ordinary. If you see it in your dream, stay home. I wanted to stay home, but Emeka said, if we don't go, they'll call us cowards. So we went. The forest that day was hot and quiet. Too quiet. No birds. No wind. No sound of monkeys. We spread out, holding our spears. The ground was soft with old leaves. Then we saw it, the body of a small antelope, freshly killed. Emeka went closer. I wanted to stop him, but before I could speak, there was a deep growl. The lion came out from behind the bushes, its mane full of dust. Everything happened fast. The lion leaped, and Emeka tried to throw his spear, but it broke against a tree. The animal slammed him down. I screamed and ran toward them. The hunters threw their spears and hit the lion's side. It roared and jumped back into the forest. When we reached Emeka, his arm was torn, but he was alive. Barely. We carried him home. That night, while he slept, I sat beside him. I felt guilty, as if I could have stopped it. Around midnight, I dozed off and dreamed again. The lion stood at the edge of my village. Its body was bleeding where the spears had hit it. It looked at me and said, "You have done well. The debt is paid. Leave my forest now." Then it walked into the darkness and disappeared. When I woke, Emeka was breathing softly. His wound was not bleeding anymore. By morning, the fever was gone. The healer said it was a miracle. After that day, no one saw Okongwu again. The hunters searched for weeks, but the lion was gone. Some said it died deep in the bush. Others said it went to find a new home. But I know what I saw in my dreams. I know what I heard. Years later, when I walk near that forest, I still feel something watching me. The trees whisper when the wind passes. Sometimes at night, I dream again, but not of the lion attacking. I see it sitting near a fire, calm and quiet. It looks at me and nods, as if to say, "You kept your word." Then I wake up, and the crickets start singing again. I don't hunt anymore. Some debts, once paid, should never be called back. And that is the story of the lion who spoke in dreams.